Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Wow. 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 Today is December 7th, 2025. Got a lot to say, got a lot on my mind. I'm going to get to it. Once again, December 7th, 2025. It's Joe Paloon from Behind the Cheese coming at you with another take. I hope my computer is well today and I get to say everything I want to say. All right. I want to go back to okay, well, one more time. So it's Sunday, it's game day, it's Packers Bears for the division, first place, 4:25 kickoff, 3:25 Lambeau time. Going to be cold. It's going to be a big game. Hope the Packers ready. We'll get back to that a little bit. Let's go back to history though. 1989. I'm a 17-year-old senior. Um, well, let's go back to that summer. That summer before, I used to get the Packer Report. They used to make the Packer Report every week. It was sometimes it was a week behind, but I loved it. My dad got it for me. Probably started in 1980. I started getting it, and in 1989, I read something like they needed coordinates, and you're going to be able to get the games. This is before DirecTV and all that jazz. And I was like, wait. I told my dad I was going to my senior year. I was playing football. I was real excited for the season. And I asked my dad, I'm like, wait, you're trying to tell me I maybe go to a sports bar and watch every Packer game? It's going to be on TV? He's like, yes. I thought it was Christmas. He said that every day. I was like, are you kidding? Really? I can go to a sports bar. It's going to be, he's like, yes. So up to that point, living in New Jersey, I did not see Packer games unless they played the Bears. I mean, unless they played the Giants, the Jets, or if they were on Monday Night Football or things like that. And they were bad, or Thanksgiving or Saturday. Very rare. So then that's when I really started watching every single game the Packers played since I was 17. I'm 53 now, and I very rarely missed a game. Honestly, if I missed it, it would be like one or two in 36 years. Seen it live. Sometimes it had no sound though. Sometimes it was very loud at the sports bar. It was called Spectators. That's the first one I went to. It was in West Orange. It's no longer there, but a lot of history there. So I got injured October 12th, 1989. If you go to my channel, my previous views, previous takes, you'll see I've talked about this multiple times. But anyhow, it was my senior year. The date was November 5, 1989, and the Packers were playing the Bears at Lambeau Field. Now, the Bears were dominant. The Bears won the Super Bowl in 85 with Ditka, the coach, Walter Payton, all the greats. And they had beaten the Packers 8 straight times from 84 to 89. The Packers could not beat the Bears. And the Packers were bad. The Packers were bad in the 70s, basically my first 21 years of my life. Packers were bad in the 70s, the 80s. It continued. Well, we had the Magic Man, Don Mikowski. And the Packers were 4-4 going into the game, I believe. Yeah, we were 4-4. So if the Packers won, they would get to 5-4 and be on top of the division with the Vikings. And the Packers struggled. It was 13-7 most of the game, most of the third, fourth quarter. We gotten into range a couple times, like meaning red zone, close to the red zone, and Kelsey fumbled and he threw a pick. So it was looking kind of bad. It was looking like it was going to be win number 9 for the Bears, and I had gotten injured in October. I was healing from a kidney injury, my own self playing football as a high school senior. And me and my dad were at the sports bar at Spectators. It was, like I said, I believe it was week 9. I should have checked on this before I got on it, but I'm almost sure it was week 9. We were 4-4, which wasn't terrible at that time for us, 4-4 for the Packers, because we always would wind up 4-12 or 6-10 or uh, 2-14 or things like that. I don't even think I saw two. I probably did, but I was younger. I remember 8-8, 8-8, 8-8, 3 years in a row, things like that. Maybe we were 5-9 in one year because of the strike. Those were our records. Terrible, terrible records. So 4-4 midway at this point, not too bad. So Packers fumbled and they threw a pick. Mikowski fumbled and threw a pick. And we're down to 4th and 14. 4th and 14, 4th and goal, basically. Got to score. Got to have it with about 38 seconds left, let's say. I think that's about the time. And it didn't look good. Mikowski gets from the ball from shotgun. He kind of moves around as you see me moving around. He kind of goes to his right. He's waiting for Sharp to come across. Sterling Sharp, the greatest Packer wide receiver in history, in my opinion. And he's coming through. I think it was Trace Armstrong was chasing Mikowski. Or was Trace there at the time? Whatever, 93 for the Bears. I didn't really care about the Bears. Like Michael was still on that team for the Bears, though. They had a good Singletary was still there. A lot of the great players that still won that Super Bowl were still around. So Mikowski rolls to his right. His foot is on the 15-yard line. The line of scrimmage was the 14. It's 4th and goal from the 14. He throws the ball with his right foot and left foot didn't go over, a strike to Sharp in the end zone. But as he throws, he kind of guides forward, but he's already let go of the ball and he winds up like out of bounds at like the 13 possible. About if you look at it, you can check it out on YouTube. Catches it, touchdown, tie game, 13-13. I'm with the whole sports bar. We had a lot of Packer fans at that sports bar going crazy. I was hurt for my kidney, so I really wasn't jumping around like usual. October 12th, I got hurt. This was November 5. Remember, I was still on medication from healing from my I got speared in the kidney playing football. But it was a highlight. It was a moment in my life, I'll never forget. So they scored. All obviously we would need would be the extra point to go ahead. Chris Jackie was our kicker, and then we would have to hold him. Well, they said he was beyond the line of scrimmage, which meant we had no timeouts. It was going to be over. We were going to lose 13-7. They go to instant replay. We had instant replay that year. We were able to celebrate twice. Now I'm kind of giving up the answer. You guys would know if you watched the game who won, but they go to instant replay. Must have took 3 minutes, 4 minutes, but they get it right. And they come back on the field and they say, we have a reversal. Touchdown. And it was really the accurate call. Now, I know Bear fans were upset. Mike Ditka put an asterisk in their program, I think, or their guide, their history of the Bears. But if you looked at it, so now they had to change the rule. I think no part of your body can be over the line of scrimmage. I would have to check on that too if they even changed the rule after that or years later. But he didn't throw the ball past the line of scrimmage. His foot was on the 15. The line of scrimmage was the 14. Mikowski let go of the ball at the 15, but his body, after he had let go of the ball, went forward 2 yards. Anyway, they said we have a reversal, and the Packer fans were able to cheer again, twice, to celebrate twice because they had scored. They thought they were going to win, and then they called that we were Mikowski was past the line of scrimmage, and then they went to the instant replay. After they said no touchdown, he was past the line of scrimmage, and they said that the most famous, we have a reversal, touchdown, and Packers would kick off. Well, Jackie made the extra point. Packers would kick off. They would hold them. But Tim Harris got a sack. Packers won 14-13. It was their first win against the Bears in 4 years. So 84, they beat us twice. Oh, wait, 84, we actually won a game. I'm sorry. So 85, they beat us twice. 86, they beat us twice. 87, they beat us twice. And 88, they beat us twice. Yeah, so that was 8 games. The last win we had was like 1984. Rich Campbell, I've talked about this on my channel before, threw like a Hail Mary up to Phil Epps. It was an incredible game. And the 84 Bears actually went to the championship that year. But Rich Campbell, our third string quarterback, threw a Hail Mary up, and Phil Epps caught it on the sideline, scored, and we beat them in an upset. And those were the type of highlights the Packers would have. They would beat like the Red Washington like in 83 and beat the Giants in like 82, things like that. They would have like these one games that were just amazing wins, but they beat the Patriots in 79, but they couldn't, have put winning seasons together. Going back to that, we don't want to talk about that right now. I just want to talk about the Packers-Bears instant replay game on this day, talking about it today because it's a big Packers-Bears rivalry game coming up at 3:25 Lambeau kickoff. So, yeah, it was an amazing moment. Oh, my gosh. I haven't stopped smiling since that day. The Packers would wind up 10-6. The Packers actually blew them out again, 40-30, I believe, the second game. I think we blew them out. I mean, I know we blew them out the second game, but I believe it was 40. The score I might not remember totally. I think it was 40-30. I can't even believe they scored 30 points, but blew them out the second time. Unfortunately, the Packers, it was my first real winning season in my lifetime. I was 17. The Packers went 5-3-1 in 82, but it was a strike year, so they made the playoffs. I've talked about that before, and they beat the Cardinals at home at Lambeau, and then wasn't even on TV because there were so many playoff teams, and then lost to the Cowboys. And I would wait another 11 years before the Packers made the playoffs. But so in 89, it was the first winning season that I had witnessed, full winning season in my lifetime. They were 10-6, and unfortunately, they needed Minnesota to lose the last game. Boomer, Cincinnati Bengal quarterback, Boomer Esiason was the Bengal quarterback. We needed them on Monday night, the last game of the year. It was on Christmas, I remember. I was a senior still, obviously. And the Bengals couldn't pull it off, and the Vikings made it over us. So the Packers were 10-6. They defeated the Niners that year, who would win the Super Bowl in San Francisco, 21-17. The Magic Man did it. A quarterback draw. We had the greatest receiver, I told you, in Packer history, Sterling Sharp. Lindy Infante was our coach. We had Tim Harris, who was a great pass rusher. We had other players too. We had some good players that I can go through and bore you. But That was an amazing day, November 5, 1989, beating the Bears after 8 straight losses to them. And people that really know football and my age and a little bit younger know that game. And just an amazing game, amazing win, amazing moment in my life. Yeah, so I just wanted to share that with you on this Packer Bear rivalry weekend. All right, let's go with my weights. My weight right now, I'm back on the bike again, is 166. I woke up at 167.8 after a 4,500 calorie meal yesterday. The 4,500 calorie meal I talked about yesterday, but I think I missed something. I ate, let's go backwards. I had chocolate mousse pie and a little coffee. I had chicken parm and 2 meatballs. I had a little calamari and I had garlic bread and a little piece of bread. And I had about 5 cups of Coca-Cola. And that was, I think, it. That was my only meal of the day, besides a little coffee in the morning. And I had worked out 8 hours yesterday. And today, so 8 hours, I came home from that restaurant, my favorite restaurant, and worked out another 4 hours. And yesterday morning, I worked out 4 hours. And today, so far, I'm over 3 hours. It's going to be about 3.5. And I think that's going to be it today. Get ready for the game later. I'm going to church, come home and eat. So even after I come home from church, it's going to be almost another, since I've eaten 12, it'll probably be about another 22 hours possibly since my next meal. So basically all weekend, all I had was 3 meals. It'll be 3 meals. So the weights have fluctuated. Like I said, when I woke up yesterday, I was 167.6. Then I worked out 4 hours, weighed 165.8. Ate that huge meal that I just told you about, and then didn't even want to check my weight when I came home. But worked out 4 hours, drank a lot of water. Got up this morning, weighed 167.8. Been working out for almost 3 hours, or a little bit over 3 hours, and then I weighed myself again. I weighed 166.6. Haven't eaten, and will eat after church, and that's kind of the weekend where my weights are, the meals, the Packer instant replay game, and the Packer Bear super afternoon game coming up today. So come on, Pack, be ready, get tough. You'll see me on here. Hopefully, it's not gonna be an easy game, but hopefully smiling ear to ear. All right, so thanks for listening to this. Packer fan, workout fanatic, go Pack go. Everybody have a great, fantastic Sunday, and be safe, and I'll talk to you later. Go Pack go. Come on, Green Bay, get that W.